Hi guys, welcome to Kumar Consulting. So guys, here in this session, I'll explain how to build a successful career in SAP. Certain tips and tricks I'm going to explain. So first of all, look at here. Why is an SAP career more valuable? Okay. Now, so look at here guys, the first thing, high demand across industry. SAP, if you talk about SAP guys, of course, it is the most demanded ERP in the market. Look at here, SAP is used by over, more than 4 lakh companies worldwide, including industries leader like Nestle, Apple, Coca-Cola, Unilever, and various other companies. I'm talking about big companies, small and medium, huge and huge companies are there, right? So, and that's the reason because multiple companies are using SAP, and that's the reason constant demand for SAP professional. Always there was a demand, there is demand, and there will be demand. Okay. So, opportunity nearly every industry is like finance, manufacturing, retail, logistic, healthcare. In every sector, there is an opportunity, right? Various kind of projects are available here into SAP implementations, rollout, support, right? Upgradations, these things. If you see my what to say, some previous videos, there I have already explained those things in details. Okay. So the first reason is of course there is high demand, and that's the reason here. See, you have to follow the market trend, right? You have to whatever the trend is there, you have to proceed with that only, right? Or else you guys are going to be lagging behind. Now second, and of course, like here lucrative salary package I have kept at second number, but generally this is what the first reason, because of that most likely people are trying to switch their career into SAP field. Lucrative salary package, right? So SAP professional ticket, typically earn above average salary, especially those with the certifications, real world experience in demand. Okay. So if you have some experience, of course, like unmatchable salaries are there. It's huge. Whatever, like if, let's suppose if you're working as an end user somewhere on SAP platform or non SAP platform, whatever it is. So whatever you guys are going to achieve in your 10 years of experience, the same thing can be achieved here in SAP just in 2 years. This is what the difference, and that's the reason lots of people are trying to switch their career, trying to become SAP consultant. Okay. So in demand, roles are like, of course, SAP consultant. Here I have written FICO consultant because my videos mostly you'll be finding on this FICO module. Okay. uh, in future I'm going to cover some other modules also. But so SAP consultant, SAP S/4HANA architect, then we are having developer, right? SAP project manager. I know my videos are mostly being watched by freshers or somebody who is having little bit experience. So as a project manager, if you have like more experience, then only you guys can explore this one, right? And of course, career growth and stability, that is there. Growth is huge, stability. Recently, we have like faced multiple challenges during COVID. Lots of people have lost their job. But if we compare like whatever other industries were there, if you compare SAP with other industry, the stability was there in SAP. And then I think if somebody is already working as a consultant, they can correlate whatever I'm saying here right now. Now, so let me explain here the tips and tricks how you can build your career in SAP field. So look at here. First of all, understand the SAP ecosystem. Understanding the SAP ecosystem means, uh, again, various modules are there. Multiple modules are there. Here I've specified like core module. FICO is there. FICO also, that is like FI and CO, two different module. FI stand for finance, CO stand for controlling. Then we are having MM, SD, PP, QM, PS, HCM. Various modules are there. Technical side also we are having ABAP and basis. And innovations means S4 HANA, Fury. These are the like in the latest version, because before S4 HANA we had ECC, right? So in S4 HANA also. So here SAP BTP is there. And now, So tips means follow SAP official roadmap and blogs. Okay, multiple blogs are there, guys. If you have to, because SAP community is there. If you guys are going to refer that, there are various blog which is going to be very helpful. Okay. So first of all, you have to choose a right module. Like if you have to learn SAP, doesn't mean that you guys are going to learn entire SAP, right? So the first question is which module you have to learn. So look at here, I have written like match with your background and interest. See, background and interest means mostly what happened, like if you're a beginner, if you're a fresher, or even though if you're having experience working in certain industry. So as per that, if you're working somewhere, if you're related with your work is related to finance and account, you can go for this finance and account in the sense finance module. If you have a background related to finance and account, then also you can background in the sense your education qualification is there. You can choose this module. But generally, I'll tell you guys one thing. My personal experience I'm sharing. If I say it's like finance module, it doesn't mean that you must be having background of finance. There are lots of people from BTech background and they're working as a finance consultant. Even if you talk about my organizations or other multiple IT companies are there every year, Infosys, IBM, even Wipro also, right? Accenture also. These people hire like fresher candidates from through campus drive, campus recruitment. Fresher BTech candidates they are simply hiring and they will allocate some people to Java, some people in .NET, some people in SAP. In SAP also some people went for SD, MM, FICO, right? So here background somewhat it doesn't matter. Even though if you're from technical background and if you want to become SAP consultant, you can. Okay. The only conditions are like you must be having perfect knowledge. No matter whichever module you guys are learning, if you have perfect knowledge 100%, job will be there. Okay. So match your background, interest, then in demand module in the market. Yes, this is the another important things. Because first of all, you also have to check like which module is there in demand. Certain evergreen modules are there, that is FICO, SD, and MM. These are the three from technical side. ABAP and basis is there, right? So you guys can research like job portals are there. So there you can do your research. You can check like how the opportunities are there, in which module most of the opportunities are there, right? So these kind of research you guys can do. Even you can like follow this LinkedIn also, there also you can check the trends. Okay. So of course choosing the right SAP module is the most important things. The next one is training and certifications. Of course, if you have to learn this SAP, then first of all you must be having knowledge. You can achieve this knowledge by training itself. Now training doesn't mean that I'm just promoting that myself, or I'm saying that you have to join certain institutions. It's not like that, guys. Okay. Even if you have budget, of course, you can join multiple various institutions are there. If you join the institutions, if you join the training program, the benefit is like, people are going to teach you. And then if you stuck somewhere, if you're facing any challenges, any issues, you can, connect with your faculty. They will guide you, right? They will give a proper guidance. Apart from this, multiple other, what to say, facilities and multiple other things are also claimed by people. I don't know, like I cannot say whether they are giving or not, because referring here and there for interview, resume preparations, mock interview, and various things are there. Of course, like most of the people are not initially they are promising, but how many of them are delivering, that you guys better know, right? So I won't make any comment on that. Yes. So training and certifications, we'll talk about certifications. First of all, training. So training means, I'll tell you guys, if you have budget you can join certain institutions. Even if you don't have budget and if you're a sincere candidate, then here I have written like SAP Learning Hub and Open SAP. It's not going to be that much helpful compared to Udemy. Udemy is having like lots of tutorials available, guys, isn't it? And these tutorial, if you check the prices, it is going to cost hardly 500, 600. The only drawback or disadvantage is here you cannot communicate with the faculties, right? Faculties, if you want, like, let's suppose if you are doing practice and if you're stuck somewhere and now you felt that you're going to get any assistance from faculty, that is almost next to impossible. And there is a reason behind that. Even my course is also basic course I have kept on Udemy. So you, if you see the enrollment, almost 40,000 plus enrollments are there. There are multiple other institutions where 50,000, 60,000, 70,000 enrollments are there. So it's impossible for a particular faculty to handle such a huge crowd. And second thing, that you have to manage your practice software by yourself, because if you see the charges, right, it is almost like 400, 500 is nothing, isn't it? So in 4 500 rupees you guys are going to get the courses. That itself is more than enough. Almost you can say it is free of cost itself, isn't it? So this is a best platform by which you, if somebody want to learn by themselves, then that's fine. You can try. You can try this Udemy, and of course YouTube is also there. There are various channels available on YouTube, and they're like good contents are also there. I'm not saying that there are certain channel where like mostly people are explaining the configurations part, but the thing is, like, whenever you guys are going to see something or when you practice certain topic, right, so you must be knowing the logic behind those configurations. So, and this is how you guys are going to have a good knowledge, and this is how you guys are going to become a SAP consultant. If you don't have, let's suppose you're doing certain configurations, so you just simply learn how to do. But if you don't know why to do, then it's very difficult to become a SAP consultant. Second thing is certification. Certification, guys, if you have to start your career as a fresher, then nowadays certifications are being demanded by companies. Certification cost is also it's not too much, guys. If you have a budget, like if you spend around 20,000 rupees, close to 20,000 rupees, then you can go for this SAP global certification registration, and that too single attempt, one attempt. So that you can do. If you are trying as a fresher, then certifications are required, almost like demanded by uh, you know almost every organizations are demanding. They are giving the preference to certified people. There, it's not there. There is no any such kind of criteria that you must be certified. Of course, somewhere they are writing what do you say clearly that certified candidates are required. But without certification also, I have seen some of my students become successful. But if you have certifications, you'll be having some advantage of that. Okay. Now, here tips I have written, like invest in official certifications for credibility. There are lots of people are selling different kind of certifications, so don't go for those things like SAP, some super user or something like power user or some kind of certifications. I have seen, like, earlier I got a call from people saying that I'm having super user certifications, power user certifications. I don't think that is going to work out, guys. SAP global certification is there, that is valid throughout the world. You can, if anybody has to if anybody is planning for certifications, you can go for those certifications only. Okay. Then hands-on practice, of course hands-on practice is required, and for that you can go for SAP remote access. You can buy the SAP user ID from, because lots of people are providing this SAP login credentials. Even you can take it from me also. There are multiple other people are also there giving this SAP login credentials. So you can buy the login credentials. SAP access I'm talking about, system access, and you can do your practice. So work on real time and real life scenario. Real time scenario means, again, that real time scenario is covered by very less institutions. Okay, mostly the people are covering the entire classes just in 45 days or 60 days, right? So they're like, if small durations are there, in that case it's very difficult to explain and cover the real time scenario. So whenever you choose the institutions, this everything matters. Okay. So if you have real time scenario, that is going to make you unique, because competitions nowadays in market, of course, huge competitions are there. If there is a huge demand, of course, there is a huge competitions also, because lots of people are trying to become SAP consultant. And as I said, like Udemy, YouTube, These platform means several people are enrolling, and several people are watching the YouTube videos, several people are doing the practice. So this real time scenario, if you guys are having knowledge of real time scenario, that is going to make you unique, because on YouTube, very less scenario will be available, right? So on Udemy also, I'm not saying that all the scenarios are available, but yes, Udemy is bit better compared to YouTube, because on Udemy you can find the classes sequence wise, isn't it? A complete set you can get on a particular tutorial. So now hands-on practice, of course, it is required, and as I said, like better to focus on the real-time scenario. That is going to be very helpful for your career, right? And practice like scenario like I have written P2P. So in P2P, it means FIMM integrations. FIMM integration doesn't mean that only configurations, right? Configuration and testing. Apart from this, there are various other scenarios are there in P2P, which can be asked by people, right? So you have to focus on those things. What next, guys? Resume and LinkedIn optimization. LinkedIn is having nowadays like lots of active people are there on LinkedIn. That's the reason I have written here LinkedIn optimization. So resume. Now resume. First of all, of course, your resume is going to play a crucial role, because you initially, first of all, people are going to pick your resume, right? And based on that, your interview will be conducted. So look at here. Highlight project certifications, tools, whatever you have used. Okay, use keywords from job descriptions. These are certain tricks. Most likely, the faculties, whoever is there, experienced people, they know. Because keywords means generally what happened. Multiple resumes are there on Naukri.com, on Monster.com, right? So when we prepare the resume, there are certain keywords. If we, in the sense like, if your faculty will specify those things, then like your resume will be more visible, right? Sometime what happen, say for example, let's suppose you are doing a SAP practice, your friend is also doing, or like let's suppose two three candidates are there and they have done the SAP, they have completed the practice, they have uploaded their resume on job portal. One guy is getting so many calls, whereas other two people are having very less calls. So why? Because the person, that one guy who is getting multiple calls, because his resume is visible more compared to these two people. So all depends upon like how the resume is prepared, right? So that's the reason I have specified use the keywords from job descriptions. And not only job descriptions, guys, there are certain keywords if you guys are going to use. I'm not specifying here because I know like people from different modules watching this video. So if I specify keyword for a particular module, that is not good. Okay, so include tips and SAP modules you have worked. Of course, like resume means whatever module and whatever topics include. Okay, include topics. Sorry, I said tips. Okay, so include topics and modules, whatever you worked and whatever you like learned, right? So those things you have to specify in the resume. And whatever, make sure that whichever things you have specified in the resume, you must be able to justify. Because in most of the cases, what I have observed, because even when I conduct the interview, I'm not talking about the mock interview which I conduct for my student. I'm talking about real time interview. So when I conduct the interview, most likely I find like lots of people, almost like 90% of the people are unable to explain the things which they have specified in the resume. And it's not only my observations, guys. There are multiple SAP, interviewers are there. I think their observations also will be same, because people have taken the training, and nowadays, generally, I should not say these things on YouTube, but the trend is there. People are adding the experiences, right? Somebody has added 2 years of experience, 3 years of experience. They are saying that I'm working as a SAP consultant. But I'll tell you guys, you have to justify the experience, whatever you have specified in the resume. Generally, I'm not promoting that you have to add this experience. Okay, so don't take it in a different way and don't make any such kind of comment in the video, isn't it? But the fact is that yes, it is being done by people, lots of people, right? So and they have added the experience, and when you talk about the interview, they are unable to justify, right? Even in resume, like there are lots of things which specified by candidate. And when like let's suppose as an interviewer, if I ask, I just took a topic from resume itself, and when I'm asking the question from, they're like, most of the people are staggering, stammering, they're not able to justify. So first of all, you have to uh, be confident, right? Whatever things you have specified in the resume, if interviewer, because most likely, first of all, they'll read out your resume itself, and from there itself they pick the topic and they ask the question. And if you are unable to explain, then that is giving a very negative, what do you say, this one, impact. Okay, so that's the reason I said, like, when your resume is prepared, go through each and every line, because most likely the resume is prepared by faculties, and faculties means they have given lots of things. So you have to read out all those things one by one, and wherever you are not much comfortable, let's suppose, then you can talk to your faculty, you can ask those things, so that during interview you guys will be able to justify. Here, gain a real world experience. So I'll tell you guys, if you talk about gaining the real world experience, of course, like if you check on this, what do you say, social media, or like if you check on uh, what do you say, this Google itself. So everywhere people are specifying you can go for internship, freelancing, right, or else volunteer. So this is like getting internship and freelancing is very difficult, to be honest. Lots of scams are also happening at the name of internship. Recently, I got a call from a candidate. They paid 1.5 lakh rupees for internship, and they are saying that we will give you 10,000 rupees stipend also per month, and it is refundable amount, and they'll give the training also. So 5 months they started, they paid the money for 5 months, and after that they stopped, and now they're not doing anything, right? So this is what is happening. This is a kind of scam. 1.5 lakh if you have paid from your money itself, 50,000 they have given you, and 1 lakh they have kept in the, in their pocket. And there might be a chances somebody who is watching the video, that may happen with the, more candidates, isn't it? So lots of scams are also happening. So how to gain the real world experience, guys? Real world, getting the real world experience is possible in real time only. Okay, so if you started your career as a fresher, that's fine. Once you joined any organization, no matter whether it is small or big, whatever it is, so once you join the organization, then only it is possible to gain the real world knowledge. Or else, apart from this, whatever suggestions are given by people, that is just for the namesake. Okay, that's my personal this one. Okay. Okay, so that's the reason I'm not making more comment here. Gaining the real world experience is possible only once you become SAP consultant. So if you try as a fresher, let's suppose if you get the, lots of small companies are there, guys. Of course, they offer less packages, but a good platform is there to start your career. Once you spend 1 year time over there, 2 years time over there, once you got some real world experience, and then if you switch, see the kind of hike you guys are going to get, right? It is almost like unmatchable. So if somebody says like 100% hike, 100% hike is possible in SAP, right? Even we have also offered to several candidates. I'm talking about in my experience, right? So 100% hike is also possible here in SAP if you are a deserving candidate, if you are having good knowledge, proper knowledge. Of course, people don't care about the CTC here. Okay. Now the last slide here, stay updated. This is required. So how you guys are going to stay updated? So you have to read SAP, multiple SAP blogs are there, guys. Blogs are going to be very helpful. In blogs means multiple situations and scenarios are explained, written by different consultant. Okay, so this mostly I'll recommend that read the SAP blogs. Okay, YouTube channels, of course, you guys can refer the channels. You can see the multiple people are uploading the videos. So even there are some real time consultant also. They're also uploading the videos, so you can watch. You can get benefit from those things. Okay. and dedicate weekly learning time. So weekly learning time. I'll say here, dedicate some daily learning time. Of course, that is like required, because and daily practice is required, guys. If you have practiced today, let's suppose 8 hours, and then you simply slept for 5 days, then that become useless. You spend 2 hours, but spend that time on daily basis. So continuity, of course, you have to maintain, and that is required. If you have to be successful, this is one of the mantra you can say, right? That you have to daily practice is required. Of course, like give small time itself, but you have to maintain this continuity. Okay. Now, the next one is learn soft skill. Soft skill means, of course, like communications will be playing a crucial role. Communication doesn't mean that I'm saying that you must be having a very good communication. Even if you have basic communication also, but that is required. That must be there. Okay. Because interviews nowadays, most of the interviews, not only SAP, even non-SAP interviews are also nowadays being conducted in English language itself. So, of course, this is required. So, you have to focus on your communication skill, and you have to work on the development, because lots of, let's suppose, regional language medium candidate like Hindi medium candidate, Marathi medium candidate, Telugu medium candidate, Tamil medium candidates are there. Okay. So there are some people which is, who is facing challenges in terms of English communication. So nowadays, lots of free contents are available on YouTube, guys. If you have to learn from Hindi to English, that is also possible. If you want to learn from Marathi to English, that is for that also channels are there. Telugu to English, Tamil to English, Malayalam to English. From every languages, the videos are available, free of cost. The only thing is required, like, of course, a determination, right? A will to learn. Okay. So you have to focus on your communications, understanding the business process. Again, business process means that's fine if you are experienced, and if you already spent some time, let's suppose, on finance and account, so you already know the business process. Business process in the sense is you have worked on different ERP. That's fine, but you're the part of finance and account team, isn't it? So some end user related experience are there. That's fine. Or if you're a fresher, then no need to worry. Simply you can start SAP itself directly and learn the configuration part. And as I said, like, of course, whichever configurations you guys do, you have to, first of all, you need to see the logic behind that. And the final tips: be patient and persistent. See, patience is the very important thing here in SAP, because the kind of curiosity, the kind of zeal, right? You guys are having, let's suppose, right now, you are very much enthusiastic that yes, I have to learn SAP, right? First day you have spent too much time, second day, third day, 1 week, right? But the same kind of zeal or same kind of curiosities you have to maintain, like throughout your journey. That is important. Or else first week, second week, like too much energy is there, and after that, slowly you started. Lots of negative things will come into mind, that what will happen if I don't become successful, right? So initially itself, if these things are coming in the mind, then that is very difficult. In that case, very difficult to proceed further, right? So that's the reason now here. So patience must be there, guys. It takes time. It takes time. Okay. So and again, learning this SAP, it's not like somebody is going to become SAP consultant just in 1 month or 2 months. Even it takes like 7 months, 8 months, 9 months. One of my student is there. He become SAP consultant. I'll just show you guys. Just give me a second. Just give me a second. So yes, not here. Yeah. Look at here, guys. Right. So patience must be there, isn't it? Patience must be there. There is one of my student. Look at here when he joined the first time, right? And now he becomes successful. message of Friday, isn't it? So what I'm saying here, of course, like patience must be there, guys. He has spent almost years together, right? So that is the first thing. It takes time. SAP is not like that you have learned this SAP and within a month or two you become SAP consultant. Maybe if 1%, if one or two or 1% of the candidate, if somebody become, let's suppose, in 2 months, 3 months, that's fine. That is, we can keep under exception. But mostly SAP learning, it takes time. So that's the reason here. Be patient and persistent. Keep learning and adapting. Of course, learning is a continuous process, guys. There is nothing called like, let's suppose, if you have taken the training, it doesn't mean that you become expert. You spend 5 years, let's suppose, in SAP industry, it doesn't mean that you become expert. Even if you spend your entire life, also, you can't say that you become expert. So learning is a continuous process. Keep learning new things, and new things are keep on getting added here. When I started my journey, right? If I see at that point of time, almost 15 years back, and if I compare right now, lots of changes are there, right? So if we don't adopt the new changes, then what will happen, guys? Then your worth, you're going to lose your worth. That's the reason, isn't it? Earlier, just a few years back itself, like mm, uh, ECC version, most of the trainings were there on ECC version. Now S/4HANA become mandatory almost. Everybody's are giving, not everybody nowadays also, I've seen like lots of people still are there giving training on ECC version itself. But now the new version is S/4HANA and we have to adopt and we have to proceed further accordingly, right? So keep learning and of course adaptations. Apart from this, document your journey. Document your journey means this is going to help other people, like how you started, what exactly you referred. If you join any institutions, then that's fine. Or else, like if you have learned by your own, by watching certain YouTube videos, by watching by following some Udemy courses and all. So if you document this, it is going to be very helpful. Uh, Documenting your journey, documenting your success story, right? So that will be a kind of motivations for other people, right? It will motivate, and apart from this, it will also give a kind of path to other people so that they can also, whoever the strugglers are there, they can follow you and they can proceed further. So I hope you guys like this explanations, and if yes, then of course like the video and subscribe this channel. Thanks for watching, guys.